Welcome back, Queen Serena. Consider us your humbled servants. 'Cause if looks could kill, we wouldn't want to be Dan Humphrey.
So the other day I sat down at my desk like normal and I pulled open my email and I saw that there was an email at the top with Netflix in the name. So obviously I click on it and I saw that I got an invitation to the world premiere of DAMSEL, which is the newest Netflix movie starring Millie Bobby Brown.
The price is dear. But so too the reward.
You better run for your life.
To be honest, when I got the email, my first thought was like, what the heck am I gonna wear? One thing about my apartment in New York is that I don't have any closets, so all of my clothing has to fit into a wardrobe and a couple of drawers. For that reason, you can imagine I don't have a lot of like red carpet gowns just like laying around. But then they sent the more official invitation. The more official invitation said that the dress code was New York chic. Me, like being from Utah, I'm literally sitting there like Googling like New York chic, like what does this mean? On the day of the event, I decided to book myself an appointment through ClassPass to get a blowout like for my hair, which is why it's still straight, and to get my nails done so that my nails would look good because they were like falling off at that point.
I just got my blowout. We're doing amazing so far. I'm just like not gonna touch it is my strategy. And then I'm on my way right now to go get my nails done too. Okay, this is the best lighting in my apartment to show off the makeup, but I just finished getting ready. I intended to vlog a lot more of my getting ready process, but I kind of ran out of time, but I did like a gray smoky eye look. I don't know if you can see that. The premiere took place at the Paris Theater, which is a single screen movie theater that's like across the street from the Plaza Hotel. And apparently the Paris had been around for years and years and years and it was about to shut down. And then Netflix bought the building to have a permanent theater to do releases and special events and things like this. I feel like I'm not supposed to be in this room.
Very intimidating.
I know, I'm like,
intense.
I don't know how to do that thing that we're about to go do.
The flashing lights? Jeez.
I have only walked a red carpet one time in my life before, and that was when I was at Miss America, competing for Miss America, and they did a red carpet of all 50 of us. One thing that I was not prepared for, it's not that the media people actually know your name, but before I went up to go do my turn, they flash a little card that has your name on it, so everyone who has a camera knows your name so that they can say it, so they can call it, and you can look where you're supposed to look. And so they were all like, Sasha, 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 and it's weird, like hearing your name like that. And like the whole time I was doing my red carpet, I was literally shaking. I was so nervous, like don't mess up, didn't know what to do. I was like, do I smile? Am I doing the right poses? Like, I don't know. Literally, it was so nerve-wracking. I feel like I just blacked out.
I know, do we have time? Like, should we just go like chill? Like, who are we? Okay, the lighting is really good in here, so I feel like this is a good place to film an update. We just barely walked the red carpet. We're in the Plaza Hotel right now, and I'm about to go back down. We're gonna get our tickets and we're gonna go sit down and watch the actual movie.
this truly means so much to me. Of course, I want to thank the remarkable JC for supporting me through this journey, for being my co-star, because most of the film, as you'll see, is just me alone in a cave. But I'm very grateful for you all to be here. I hope you enjoy the movie and try and channel your inner dragon. Enjoy.
Okay, we just walked out. Thoughts, impressions.
Loved it. I was entertained. I loved the female badassery of it.
I love the
the
sister.
dragon.
Yeah, the
Loved
sister.
the bond between. Oh, and we're
I know we're in the scary cave again.
in the movie.
We are in. Okay, we're gonna go over to the plaza right now.
After the movie, we went back over to the Plaza Hotel and there was an after party in the Oak Room at the Plaza. Number one, beautiful room. I was kind of just geeking out over the decor the whole time. And number two, they had set it up with like themed drinks and themed food and they had all these pictures all over the walls. It was really, really cool. Majority of the action in this movie involves Millie Bobby Brown alone in a cave with a dragon. And so there's not a ton of dialogue for her to work with. There's not a ton of like interactions to play off of other character actors. But to her credit, Millie Bobby Brown did a fantastic job of making it engaging, of keeping you at the edge of your seat and drawn through the conflict as you're watching the film. I really thought that she did a good job delivering on this like meteor action role. I feel like this choice of film is a really good project for Millie Bobby Brown because she's transitioning right now from being a child actor into becoming more of a young woman, getting into the direction of playing romantic leads in the future. And I think that this movie was a very good bridge where we're starting to see her as the young damsel, the young princess, and not just a little girl. But it's not a romance. It's not a full-fledged romance. To be honest, initially when I saw the preview, I was a bit hesitant because as a girl who loves fantasy and as like a raging feminist that cares a lot about women's rights, I am surprisingly picky about what I call like girl boss representation on screen. I'm surprisingly picky about movies that are advertising themselves as having a strong female protagonist. And what I liked about this movie is that I feel like the strengths of Millie's character, of Elodie is the name of the main character in the film, her strengths felt like female strengths to me, if that makes sense. She was a strong, badass character, but that did not come at the expense of her softness or her sweetness. And she thought about things and approached problems the way that I feel like I would have, or the way that a girl would, you know, in real life, which I really appreciate, because one of my biggest critiques is when they have a film where I feel like they wrote it where the character is acting the way that a man would act, and then they just make that character female and try to say that that's female representation. Whereas I feel like this movie did a good job of capturing the strength of mothers, the strength of sisters, like certain elements of the female experience I actually felt did resonate through in the subtext of the film. I also want to say that I appreciate the balance of work that was done on location in this film. I'm someone that's very picky about my CGI, and it really, really bothers me when I see things being done with CGI for fantasy films that could be done on practical locations. And for this particular film, they spent a lot of time filming on set in Portugal to get these beautiful backdrop shots of castles and scenery that really are real.
As much as this looks green screen, that is real. It was a wine vineyard in Portugal. To look on that while you're doing a scene, it's like, is this really my job? I was so immersed in the places we filmed in.
Sometimes in fantasy, you can be watching something and it feels like it's not connected to anything organic or earthly, but this was a film that had its moments that did feel organic and real and grounded. Damsel is out on Netflix on March 8th, so I hope that you watch it. I will be watching it when it comes out. Thank you guys so much for watching if you've made it this far, and I hope to catch you on my next vlog. Okay, see you later. You got this, Julie!